This is actually pretty good. This is not bad at all. So that was ramen at Denny's. So shout out to Frank from 5 AM Ramen. Because of him, I saw that Denny's here in Japan is currently offering a ramen bowl that is made in collaboration with Ida Shota. And it's a Tantanmen bowl in full. I think the name is Hiyashi Tonyu Tantanmen. So it's a cold Tantanmen bowl. It's made with soy milk. So you have the soy milk base. And I just had to go and try this one for myself and see if it's worth checking out. I mean, what it's all about. And at worst, you know, to trash talk it a little bit. So I made my way to one of the nearest Denny's, not far from here. And I have to admit, I haven't been to Denny's, I think, probably since my student times. And so I wasn't really sure what's going to expect me. And yeah, I was surprised to see that Denny's here in Japan actually has on their standard menu already ramen. They have tantanmen, they have shoyu ramen. I cannot vouch for their quality, but with around 1,000 yen, they're actually already on the quite pricey side. And I think here we already come to my main, or one of my main gripes with this bowl. Just the bowl of ramen itself clocks in at 1,485, so almost 1,500 yen, which is basically above what 95, maybe even more % of any ramen shop will charge you for even their most premium ramen. And I think that's a pretty ridiculous price for cold tantanmen. So that's the first thing. You can get an addition of white rice. You can get an addition of spicy fried chicken with a sweet and sour kind of sauce that then comes on the side with a lot of green onion next to it. And yeah, let me talk a little bit about the ramen. The ramen itself, it comes in a pretty big bowl. It's overall a pretty substantial portion. The bowl is really filled with the soy milk soup. Drizzled on top, you see some chili oil. And the first sip, I will say, was actually pretty good. So you have like this sourness. It almost tastes like some lemon and lime. I'm guessing it's probably some rice vinegar in the soup. It doesn't taste very much like soy milk, rather like a kind of thick yogurt drink that is then salted and seasoned, and yeah, has this like nice sour twang. Like it reminded me a little bit of like Greek food, of some tzatziki without the garlic. And you also get like this minced meat that is in a kind of like spicy chili sauce, but it's not really spicy overall. It's more like spiced, I would say. And yeah, you're supposed to mix it all up. There's also some peanuts sprinkled on top, and once you mix it all up, one of the problems is that all of the chili oil and all of that minced meat and all the flavor that comes from it kind of gets lost in this like huge amount of soup that you get there, it in the end just tastes like a slightly lemony yogurt soup. Not bad, but also like maybe not what I expected. I would have wished that they give you a little bit more chili oil, so you can maybe add some for yourself, something to break up the flavor a little bit, because over time it gets a little bit monotonous. And I'm not sure if maybe you're not supposed to like mix it up all that much, so like the flavors stay a little bit more separate, and you have like a little bit more of that chili oil, a little bit less of that chili oil in each bite. Maybe that's the way to go here if you go for it. But yeah, mixing it all throughout is maybe not the best way to go. The noodles were maybe one of the most disappointing parts here. They taste a little bit like supermarket noodles, like not very high quality, but they were fine, serviceable. And one of the things, like as I mentioned, like over time the bowl gets a little bit boring, so you really want to have something to change the flavor up. And I found the sweet and sour sauce of the chicken on the side was basically exactly that. So I was like dumping in the end some of that sauce in there, mixing it all up a little bit. So that changed the flavor quite a bit. At Denny's you can also get Tabasco, you can get some black pepper. Maybe that would have been the way to go. And then of course at the end you dump in the rice, you mix it all up and finish it that way. That one is actually quite good. I like that in the end. And overall, it's fine. It's not bad. I expected it to be way worse. If you just think about the image of eating ramen at Denny's, it's not very positive. But it was fine. But the cost performance was absolutely terrible. I mean, in the end, I paid basically like 2,000 yen for the bowl, the fried chicken, and the rice. And for 2,000 yen, you can get fantastic ramen out there. With like a ton of super nice chashu on top, with like maybe multiple eggs, or you know, you go to a place like Kanekatsu that has like this super premium chashu with like duck and Iberico pork, stuff like that. So I'm not sure. From that perspective, it's definitely not worth it. You can get way cheaper, probably even better Hiyashi Tantanmen at other places. But you know, as a joke for the meme, it's a fun visit. And yeah, that's all from me for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.